Well, I do believe that's about time that we get started. Welcome to the stream if you are here. If you are not
What
here, you
was
are
that?
still welcome, as always.
No, don't mute. The whole world needs to know of her crimes.
Yeah, Miss
Today is
Wham just
a
Kroger.
wonderful,
Kroger shrimp. I thought
wonderful
Kroger sells
Wednesday.
coffee.
They have sushi at Kroger.
Yes, sushi.
they do have sushi at Kroger.
Why does the
It's
soft
my
coffee shop have sushi?
what the fuck?
Are we
Oh
thinking
my
of the same
god.
Kroger?
What is happening? Oh my god, there's a chat.
Yes. Oh, we're off to a great start. Yeah, today is a wonderful Wednesday. Since we're done
No,
with
wait, hold
Draw
on.
Steel
I don't want to
forever.
move on from this Kroger thing.
Damn it.
Okay.
Am I thinking of a different Kroger?
The
Kroger
grocery
is a
store
grocery
Kroger?
store.
Yeah, the grocery store.
I don't know what that is. I thought Kroger
A
was like a
grocery store?
coffee.
That's
So
where
it's
you
a
go
place
to
where you can...
buy
No.
produce and
I don't have one of those here. I thought it was a coffee store.
Apparently
Do you-
Blazer lives in the fucking shadow dimension where they don't
I-
have grocery stores.
they don't have grocery stores.
I live around Southern people. We eat dirt.
They're called markets.
It's.
The only thing around Blazer's a Dollar General.
I have you know we have Fred's and Dollar General.
Reds.
Fred's. If you
Oh,
feel it
wait.
real spicy, you can go to the next town over and go to a Family Dollar.
Oh, we got a Family Dollar.
Oh, nice.
We got Family Dollar, we got Dollar Tree, we got Dollar General.
Oh, you got Dollar Tree too? Well, now
We
it's
got
a
Yeah.
$1.50.
Priceless.
It's a $1.50 tree now.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Priceless, we got fucking
Soon they're gonna just have to swap them. It's gonna be Tree Dollar.
That's a good.
Oh, fuck.
Went out on a limb for that.
Have a
Uh,
wonderful Wednesday.
Oh.
Good. Yeah. Since we're done with Draw Steel forever, we're moving
Until
on
I get to play Summoner anyway.
until he doesn't get to play Summoner. Uh,
Just get to play Summoner.
Banned.
we're giving the Wildsea a try.
Blocked
Now,
and reported.
we don't know the form that this particular campaign will take shape. Take the shape of, but we're gonna figure that out together. And we're
gonna
going
be
to start
orthogonal.
by doing a session 0 to create our characters.
Did
Now,
you just say it was gonna be fucking octagonal?
I said orthogonal. I wasn't so specific.
yeah,
Yeah.
but for the Wildsea, I will be the GM, also known as the Firefly. We will be using Firefly rules, which are a lot more traditional. And the players will be Beetle, Gizmo, and Blazer, who, as I stated, is going to be joining us.
In fact, some might say he already has.
Yeah, no, I'm giving Rebels money, sorry.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're giving me money.
Yep.
Shut up and take my money.
My Bezos bucks. Very important. I had your stream
Uh,
up. I forgot about it.
I used to give Rambles my Bezos bucks, and then I stopped generating Bezos bucks.
Bezos gives me a discount because I am a student in college.
Oh.
I can't give myself my own Bezos bucks. Shame.
That's a shame.
It sounds like a fucking drug.
Oh, you should give me your Bezos bucks, and I will then in turn give you
True.
more Bezos bucks.
True.
Infinitely generating Bezos bucks.
Infinite money glitch.
Um.
Alright, so
So
I've found a new pastime.
what's that?
The little die on the bottom right,
Oh dear God.
it starts to roll when you mouse
Oh my God.
over it, and when you take your mouse off of it, it does roll up a different number.
Yes.
Oh my god, it
You
does.
don't have to click it. You can just...
Being fucking assaulted.
Oh.
Or if you hide your rolls, you can just keep pressing the button. It'll throw more dice.
Oh boy.
Man.
And it won't flood the chat because nobody sees it but you.
I see all of those rolls.
Well,
The
you
last
see
one's
them.
particularly good.
Oh.
I'm seeing
Oh, the ones in the
yours.
chat. Oh, yeah. Wait.
No.
No.
I'm messing with you.
Scared him. But the Wildsea, basic elevator pitch for it is that the world got apocalypsed, and now there's nothing but trees. A whole bunch of fucking trees. We're on top of them for the most
Yeah,
part,
that's not true.
with
There's also massive
ships.
fucking holes in the trees randomly.
Sometimes,
And there are ships.
I
yes,
closed my
there
eyes
are
and woke up
ships.
isekai into this world,
There are
and now I'm
ships with
here.
chainsaws strapped to the bottom.
And there are
Unless
mushrooms.
you're, you know, some kind of fucking tree hugger that wants to use not chainsaws,
Can can I also have a chainsaw strapped to me?
potentially.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, if you're a tree hugger in this setting, you're probably still using chainsaws. You're probably using bigger chainsaws.
You can also be a cactus hugger.
You could be.
Yeah, you could be the cactus being hugged.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to start with character creation. Now, we do need to create all three of you a character, and then we'll be moving on to the creation of the ship.
Up in the top right, there's a little person icon next to the box.
Yes.
You click that, and then there will be one with a little plus icon to the left of the box. And then we create a guided character.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah, now that will walk you through the entire process, and it will try to make suggestions for like what would be typically suitable for a character of that type. You do not need to go with that exact thing, but it is a good guide for the
It doesn't make
process.
many like actual recommendations for what you're picking. It more makes recommendations for how many of each thing you should pick, depending on if you're like a greenhorn or an old dog.
Yeah. Which that
Hey,
said,
buddy, my horn is green.
as you're going through this, um, while I cannot see your guys' character creation process, if you have any questions about any of the things that you go through, bloodlines, origins, any like skills or languages, how they work, feel
Click
free
the
to
more
ask.
info button. Oh, right, yeah, or that. There's also like a little, it's specifically for the bloodlines, which is as far as I've gotten until I'm sure everybody's on the same page. There's a more info button next to them, which will bring out a little lore blurb about them. It won't show you like what they can choose, but it'll tell you a little bit about them to maybe strike up some inspiration. You're not beholden to it, but it could be a good starting point.
Yeah. And as I was telling Blazer before stream, whatever you choose, there is like some culture that is talked about with it, but none of it is set in stone. Everything that you create for your character just becomes a truth in the world. Um, and by creating your characters, choosing your skills, determining what languages you want, and your goals, motivation, making your ship, all of those help inform what kind of world you are in above these trees.
Who's listening to corporate stock music?
That's the TV behind me. It was supposed to be turned off, but Gideon fell asleep. So I'm going to turn that off real quick, or at least turn it down.
Also, while we're doing this, communication, because we're all going to be crewing a ship that's going to be all operating under the same
Banner.
sort of, yeah, under the same banner with the same objectives, we can talk about like what we're thinking and like what kind of adventure we're wanting to have, what kind of sailors we want to be, who's going to take what sort of roles, and a lot of that can inform our character
Right.
creation decisions. Like
So,
I'm specifically going to be a mushroom person because I love
Rambles.
mushrooms.
yes.
I want to be a Mothrin real bad.
Is the One Piece on the table?
Is the One Piece on the table? I don't
The
think you're gonna
Hmm.
find the One Piece in 3 sessions, buddy.
I
I have
don't think there is
No,
a
you gotta
campaign out there
believe.
that has run long enough.
Speed run One Piece 80%.
Wait, any percent? I'm pretty sure it's just
80%?
one.
Well, what did we think about a moth? Would anybody be opposed to a moth?
Oh well, beetles wanting to be a moth.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
never mind.
yeah,
I
yeah,
should do
yeah,
something else.
You could be a
yeah,
moth
yeah.
Or
if
is
you want
there
to as well,
is
but
there a problem with two moth?
No, there's not any
no.
problem with having two of
The
anything.
Yeah,
Double
this
moth.
town ain't big enough for the two of moth.
yeah.
No,
The
you can be a moth. Yeah,
only
absolutely.
Yeah, the only real issue that could come in with it is like if you have differing ideas as to the type of like culture you're coming from,
Mhm.
um, you
Then you're
will
from different moth
you will definitely like
cultures.
you have to be from different moth cultures. If you
Yeah.
want to work together, that's also fine. You could be from the same place.
Though I will say, as much as I love a mushroom, if both of you guys are going moth, I might go with the Itzenko, the mantis guys, so we
Mhm.
can have a bug ship, because that would be
Mm.
really fun. Oh, there's also the spiders.
I did see the arachnids. Those are pretty.
Oh,
Should we do
If
bug
if
ship?
Beetle's going, yeah, actually, if Beetle's going moth, I'll probably try spider. Then
yeah,
Okay, I'll do the mantis, and we'll just have a
Bug
bug
ship,
ship.
a
bug ship,
bug.
nice.
bug ship.
Yeah, the Zelicree are interesting. They are actually a hive mind colony of spiders that have taken a humanoid form, and sometimes they are lucky enough to actually get a lightly used skin to inhabit.
As they incorporate the parts of the surroundings into the swarm. Mm.
Yeah. One of the things you can get as a spider guy is a special scout spider that's just one of your spider colony that just goes out and looks at things. There's even one that's a key spider. They're very fun.
Hmm.
In that case, origin. Wait, hold on. I could still be a
So
mushroom if I just go heart scavo.
Mushroom mantas.
That sounds fun. I'm gonna do that for now, unless something else strikes.
okay, so Heart Scavo, that's basically just like a mushroom colony inhabiting another body, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, kind of. Yeah, more or less. I think it's meant to be uh, a little bit more symbiotic than that. Like it's not just a mushroom piloting a corpse, although that is a lot of what it pulls on. I think it's a lot more symbiotic. Which does make sense for Itzenkos to do, because they love perfecting themselves, and I could imagine one of them being like, well, what if I mushroomed?
Yeah, what if I just, took on a few mushrooms to
The power of the shrooms.
What if I just shroomed out?
Yeah, dude.
Amberclad looks kind of cool. So there was a giant wave of amber that covered the world.
there's been a lot of shit that's happened to this world.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically, essentially, so it's called the Verdant Sea. It's where the Wildsea comes from.
Yep.
Essentially, over a very short amount of time, enormous, like impossibly huge trees covered pretty much all of the Earth's surface. And with big trees comes big sap.
Mm-hmm.
And
They got
yeah,
stuck in it.
basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a sap mosquito
Mm-hmm. And
from way
I
back
get
when.
I get cracked out of it.
Exactly.
pretty much.
It
What do you
fits
think,
because
Emil? Oh, yeah.
oh sorry, because I'm kind of learning as I'm going along. So it kind of fits because they're just kind of I'm here now. Hi.
Oh yeah, it makes for a good like point of view character.
hmm
Yeah,
You
as
know,
for me, I'm still reading through the shit. I don't know.
Oh, fair
you're
enough.
still not sure what kind of origin you want.
No, not really.
Oh man, now we got the post. Oh, there's a lot of these.
Yes, that
Yeah,
you
and this
may want to
is
wait a little bit until everybody else catches up, so you can kind of
yeah.
figure out
That
where
I'm going
people
to
want.
read them. There's a lot to read.
yes,
There
there are
is.
quite a few to read, and like what posts we take will do a lot to determine what kind of crew we are.
hmm
Oh, and I will say, you don't have to necessarily be married to an origin.
Mhm.
Usually it typically asks you to pick about 6, I believe, features, and you can do two each from your bloodline, origin, and post. But you
Mhm.
could also just kind of ignore your origin as well, or ignore your bloodline, or ignore your post, if like it's more important that you're, say, a Mothrin than it is that you, I don't know, are Spitborn or Rootless or what have you.
Mhm.
Um,
Sure. Yeah. I'm kind of liking the anchored for the Mothrin in particular because there's something in here about um there being more like stories than they are truly ghosts, and apparently stories are a pretty big thing for the Mothrin bloodline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that. So wait, hold on. What I'm hearing is that one of us got locked in amber and busted out. One of us died and came back as a story, and one of us almost died and got mushrooms all over them. We've not been a very successful crew up to this point, I don't think. It's been hard
Yeah.
times.
This is where it all turns around.
This is all it turns around.
This is
Got a
Yeah,
the
new
this
this
is
one.
is
the one. This is the journey that's gonna save you.
Oh my god, I kind of love that as a thing.
just one more journey, y'all. I swear.
Just a scrappy little something or other.
I
Mhm.
mean, I guess that does make me. I'll ask about it like when we actually get to the ship creation. But when it comes to
Mhm.
your undercrew, like, are you wanting your undercrew to also match like just a
Mhm.
bunch
We'll
of
see.
various bugs that
We'll
Yeah,
have
well,
see.
like had issues with like just being completely separated for this from this current time?
I think our ship's almost certainly going to be a hive of some sort.
Wonderful. The
In
anchor
fact, I'm
definitely
pretty
sounds
right.
sure
interesting.
one thing I can have as an Itzenko is I can have like kind of puppeted husks that I've molted as undercrew. So at least some of them might just be that.
Might literally be your skin.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
But yeah, what kind of adventure do we want to go on? Do we want like high adventure, fighting pirates, being pirates? Do we want to delve into the ruins of the Wildsea, exploring and uncovering ancient stuff to hawk on the black market?
That's a very good
I got
question.
I got kind of pulled out of a block of amber, so as long as I'm not going back into that, I'm okay with anything.
I've got bad news for you
Oh,
then.
oh, not there. Anything but there.
Like the idea of like the more exploratory angle. I think I'm really intrigued by this world.
All
It
right.
is a lot of cool stuff.
I do like
Yeah,
that. Just we're bugs out trying to figure out what's going on, find things. Maybe we in the past did delve too deep and are kind of licking our wounds from that, trying to pick back up and still going at it.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah,
Like
there
that.
there are a lot of good ones for that then. Dredger's a pretty decent one for that kind of thing. I mean pretty much any of them could be.
And this is you like
I,
looking at posts, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
this is
Point.
me looking at posts because
okay,
at this
yeah.
point I think we've got our origins locked in.
Okay.
I like Char. I may not be very good at the navigation or the adventuring part, but I could cook a mean souffle.
Wait, hold on.
What?
No, the restaurant's still alive. Oh my god.
There was a slight plan
Uh-huh.
um
Yeah.
to do a restaurant ship, which does involve a lot of exploring the world to
Yeah.
find choice exotic ingredients.
I was thinking, since I am a a hive mind of spiders, it's a ratatouille kitchen. So there's just a bunch of spiders in the kitchen.
Oh my
It's
god.
arachnatui.
Oh my fucking god.
It's so
Game's
much.
canceled. Go leave.
It's over. Everybody go home. It's over. We can't go. We
Holy
can't go up
shit.
anymore.
All right, well, if that's what we're doing, and I know what I'm doing because I already had a post laid out for that one.
Well, so did I.
Yeah, are you gonna
Oh
be a
fuck.
steep?
I think so. It's got the
Oh,
spiritual connections as
we,
well,
we
doesn't
got we
it?
got
So
this.
It
We
I'm
got the
does have
pregame. The
spirit.
pregame came in already.
Oh
Oh
my god.
no.
Well, here's the thing. You just came in out of nowhere and just stepped right in it. So,
I have willingly stepped into the bear trap, and I am okay with being in the bear trap. This
just
is a
not the
very
amber.
comfortable trap. Not
Anything
the
but the
amber.
fucking amber.
Anything
which
but the.
means what I'm going to end up being is a thorn
So type
type.
is that is yeah. Once I selected my post, I go to types on
Oh,
offer.
right. Yes. So,
Uh,
young gun is basically you're sort of just starting out as a sailor. You have fewer starting choices, but
mhm,
you have a lot more capacity for growth over the course of a campaign.
mhm.
An old dog means this ain't your first rodeo. You've been out on the Wildsea for a while now. You get a lot more skills and aspects.
But you don't grow as much as young gun.
Exactly.
I mean, if as long as I kind of like the idea of freeform, so I can just kind of roll with the punches.
I mean, you can basically what these three things will essentially do for us right now is determine how many starting aspects it recommends you have.
Mm.
Because technically, if you do freeform, it's like, oh yeah, do however many you want,
Yeah, do
whatever
whatever you want.
Oh.
appeals to you. Which
Hmm.
I mean, if we do freeform, we can do that. I might
I
stick
have.
to Young Gun myself because I do like the limitations of I can't just have everything, but
Then I'll stick to that because I have
Yeah,
no idea
I
what to select. I feel like it would be overwhelmed with a lot of it.
Yeah,
fair
that's
yeah,
enough.
probably
I,
for the
I, I
best.
myself absolutely. The fewer choices I have, the better.
Okay. Which brings us to our edges. Um,
Mhm.
so you can allocate 3 points in edges, which means you choose 3 of these things to be good at. These are basically your basic attributes. Essentially, you have to use an edge to even make a roll.
Mhm.
So if you can't find some way that you're using one of the 3 attributes that you choose here to do a thing, then you're not doing it because this is the basic way that your character interacts with the world. And there's not really a bad option here, and we can even have a lot of overlap because essentially what the mechanics of this game is us trying to use the different aspects of our character as an excuse to do cool shit.
Mhm.
So there's no, oh, well, we've got somebody who's good at tides. We don't need somebody else who's good at tides. It's, no, I'm going to use tides because I think I can do this in a cool way. And somebody else could use tides to do something completely different if they wanted to.
Yep. This kind of comes back
And
to what I was telling you about yesterday, where like these are the things that are vague enough that they give an idea without like needing to be precise. You simply just need to convince the other players and ideally the GM that it applies to the situation and it will help inform how you approach it. Like if you have sharps, then you're going to try to find a way that you can bring your intelligence and preparation to the table to solve the problem outright rather
Exactly.
than something like iron where you're just going to kind of brute force your way through it through just gritting your teeth.
Yep. They are
now,
purposefully evocative and vague.
since things have changed a lot since the oh god, what was the name of the wave?
Oh, the verdancy?
Yeah, the
The
verdancy.
verdancy. Things have changed since the verdancy. But if one thing, I got to be good on my feet to be a chef. So I got to have some grace. I got to
Makes
have
sense.
some sharp. So I got to plan what I got to make, and I got to have a sense of intuition. So what tastes good?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Solid, solid.
For me, I'm going teeth of savagery, passion, and destruction, because mine is a savage garden, if you will.
Mm.
Because that's basically what thorns try to do is essentially cultivate gardens in a world where plants have gone crazy. And I think you need some teeth for that. I think I'm going to do tides because that's going to be very useful. And also, two of my three things want me to have tides, so it's like, oh, okay. And then I'm debating on the last one.
Okay.
It's I think between instinct and grace. I'm kind of leaning more towards instinct.
You had to have a sense of instinct to put mushrooms on you.
Exactly. And those mushrooms have expanded my instinct.
Mm.
Solid.
And what are you thinking, Beetle?
I really like veils and edge of shadows, ciphers, and secrecy. Can we all see the same stuff, or is
Yes.
this
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
we've all
only
got the
one
okay?
that
same
is it's
edges.
the other is iron, but that's like on
Okay,
other tab.
Yeah.
sweet. But yeah, I like that one. I like being the stealthy ghost moth. Um,
That does
and
sound really
I
cool.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and
Oh,
beyond that, I don't know as much. I mean, I don't know how much it.
I would say tides would probably be a good one for you if you're wanting to focus on like the storytelling aspect of both Mothrin and Anchored.
Yeah, and steep as well. Apparently, it's
I
Yeah.
mean,
So
you're a spirit, right? So you
recommended
got to
for.
learn about like what your new body is, right?
Yeah,
What situation you find yourself in.
yeah. So I definitely think
yeah.
tides would be a really good one that could come up for your
Okay,
character. And then if
nice, nice,
you'll
nice.
accept a recommendation, you don't
Absolutely.
have to do this, but I think it would be very interesting iron, which is
I
force,
was thinking,
determination, and willpower. Since you are a
yeah,
ghost who is held
yeah.
on, a spirit.
That's exactly what I was thinking, and that'll kind of, I think, round us out a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
I'll go
like
with
that.
that.
That's
Oh,
pretty
this
good.
is so fucking exciting. All
Veils,
right.
tides, irons.
Now we got
Yeah, I'm
skills.
really excited for this.
Yep. Skills
Really cool.
and languages. Language is essentially another skill. Um,
Hmm.
so you have a total, if you look at the top, you're recommended to have a total of 8 points. And ideally you're not exceeding 2 points in any one skill. Um, But other than that, just slap them in anywhere. We should all have 3 points in low sour, which is essentially common.
Yep.
But yeah,
And each language, if you are wanting to learn more, like if you're wanting to invest in a language, um, has its own like way that it's used and the things that you learn from it. Most of them are directly tied to, like pretty much every one of them, I suppose, is directly tied to um a a bloodline,
Mhm.
um, which allows you to just learn more about that bloodline and their culture, but also extends to other things. Like for example, knock is something that's very, very difficult for a lot of people to actually do because
'cause
it
they
is
only got one
spoken.
mouth.
Yeah, because it's spoken by the Zealotry, who are a hive mind. But if you know knock, then it's going to allow you to have a deeper understanding of insects and arachnid habits and just cultural information about the Zealotry. Whereas if you
Wait,
learn brass tongue, that would allow you to learn just through knowing it. It would allow you to learn more about cargo routes and tales of great sails, and you like learn about negotiation and how to better like be in the mercantile field.
Mhm.
I think I might actually spend at least 1 point in knock.
I'm doubling knock
Yeah.
because I am a spider, so it works
Yeah,
well.
absolutely. I think I'm still only gonna do one because I am a mantid. It does recommend it for my bloodline, so I think it'd be really fun if I could speak the insect language too. Do you have knock as a recommended thing for yours?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That could be cool.
Which,
We just have a shared bug language,
yeah, which in that regard,
Okay, so I
actually,
should.
it's also worth
if you
noting
would like to. You don't have to.
Sure.
that these rank from 1 to 3, um, and these ranks actually have a specific naming: smattering, knowledge, and fluency. This will also determine how well you are able to speak it and understand it. So if you only have 1 point in it, you'll be able to pick up some bits and pieces here and there. But it's going to be very hard for you to hold a proper conversation. It's the equivalent of like knowing how to like order at a restaurant, but not being able to like actually like talk about a situation that's going on. Knowledge
In
is
this case, it would probably be knowing how to run a ship with somebody in knock, but not get into a philosophical conversation with them.
knowledge is where you're able to hold a very solid conversation with an individual that knows knock. Um, but you're not really going to be able to get into a lot of the deeper things. Um, and fluency is, of course, you speak it 100%. There is not a single word out there that is going to that you're not going to understand. But
I'm definitely doubling up on wave walk for one of my skills.
this will come up on this can potentially come up um in gameplay as well, because if like one of you knows a language better than others, that person will just naturally get more of a conversation in that language than you will. Now, thankfully, everybody does know low sour just by default.
Fluent.
Mhm.
Um, so a lot of times if you're going to run into somebody that doesn't speak low sour, they're doing it for a particular reason. Most of the time, they're doing it to like because they're either among their own people or they are specifically talking about a thing that's just way easier to talk about in a particular language. Like brass tongue is just the most efficient way to talk about trade on cargo routes and merchant stuff. So a lot of times they will pick up some brass tongue or talk in brass tongue amongst themselves to just pass that information rapidly. Um, so feel free to use whatever ones you think are the most interesting or that you think would allow you to get a lot more lore in an area that you're wanting. Like if you're trying to run a mercantile, or if you're trying to run a restaurant, a little bit of brass tongue might not hurt. That way you can talk with any other merchants when you dock to get all of your supplies more efficiently. Maybe even be able to barter with them properly.
Since I got stuck in Amber for such a long period of time, my knowledge of languages has gone out the window. I'm still good at knock because I'm a spider, and I got a little bit of information on what those mushroom people are speaking. But the languages have changed so much, I can't speak anything else. I don't understand what kind of dialect anybody's using nowadays.
That's fine.
So I only went into knock for mine. The rest of them I've done into. I've got 2 in vault, 2 in wave walk, and then 1 in hack, hunt, and sense. Which
Still,
also I will say the rank of your skill will essentially determine how many dice you get to add when you're using that skill during a test. So like if you're at rank 2 with something, you get to add 2 dice. If you're at rank 1 with something, you get to add an extra die anyway. So it's not the biggest thing, the difference between 2 and 1 versus 1 and none, really.
okay.
What are you thinking
So
about, Beetle?
I did put 1 point into knock. Um, and then I have got, and I'm trying to decide if I'm happy with the balance of this, but I've got 2 in concoct because that felt important for it being a steep.
Makes sense.
I have 2 in delve because that just felt cool and ancient and applicable to my character. I have 1 for outwit, 1 for study, and 1 for sense.
Sounds good.
All right.
And I have got 2 in 10 because I may not be very good at combat. I can't hit somebody real hard, but I know how to patch you up and I know how to fill your belly. I know how to cook some stuff real good, so I got 2 in cook, and I got a 1 in delve from the knowledge that I had before I got locked away.
That sounds good. I think I am going to make
Makes
one
sense.
change. I'm going to take my 1 out of sense and put it in harvest, which I've literally
Ooh,
just realized I have. In fact,
nice.
I might take 1 out of vault and also put it into harvest because I mean, I'm a thorn. I got to be good at harvesting. That's the whole thing I'm doing. I'm growing stuff.
Mushrooms on yourself.
I'm growing mushrooms on myself and I'm growing ingredients for the restaurant
For the
is why I'm
restaurant!
here. Like that's literally what
Yeah.
I'm doing here. I'm trying to grow ingredients for you guys.
Hooray!
And now we
That's
get into the
right.
really fun one, aspects.
Aspects.
Yes. Now these ones, you don't technically have to take an aspect that is dedicated to your origin or bloodline or even post, but it's highly encouraged because each of those that are sorted in that way are going to be specifically dedicated to what makes your bloodline origin or post great.
Yep, and they come in many different ways. A lot of the oh, yeah, a lot of the ones from your bloodline are going to be like physical things about you that you use. Some of it's gear though, some of it's other types of things really. Um, but there's kind of 2 ways that you can use these. Obviously, the most obvious one is a lot of them will have a specific mechanical use notated within the aspect. But also, if you're doing something and you think like, well, I think this aspect would make me better at doing this, then say that and you can leverage that to get another another die when you roll to make it that much more likely to succeed.
Yeah.
Which this is where I have it's called the Molt Husk Marionette, where I get to select a gang choice from the undercrew section, and it mimics their ability to do things.
Oh yeah, I see
Oh,
that.
you'll also note that these aspects have tracks. Essentially, when you take damage, or when kind of bad things happen, when you take harm, I should say, most of that is tracked for us by marking tracks on an aspect. There are ways to clear those tracks from the aspects. Depending on how hard you were hit, it may be harder than other times. But essentially, as we go through adventures and sort of take our licks, our aspects kind of get harmed while we're doing it.
Mhm.
To the point where you can lose access, at least temporarily, to one. And some of them, the act of using it consumes it to a degree as well. So that is something to keep in mind.
Yep.
Sorry, what in particular is something to keep in mind?
Oh, that for some aspects they'll say mark or burn to use this. That's essentially going to be taking what is effectively damage to that aspect. So you're
Okay.
consuming the aspect as you use it. Not all of them say that, and not every time you use an aspect will it do that. It's mostly if you use it for the specific thing that it says, you'll have to mark it. But if you use it for other ways, we good. God, and there's a lot of this too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're split, sorry, between traits, gear, and companions, which companions are little guys that are your friend, obviously.
Oh God, I didn't even. Okay.
Oh, there's also
And
items.
so we have. So we have 4 points to allocate across
Uh,
all of this.
yes,
Between
so basically,
skills, items, and companions.
Okay.
yeah,
Sorry.
between traits, gear, and companions, you can select 4 total aspects. So choose wisely. But also, just choose the things that seem cool. Like, I haven't committed to Moltusk Marionette, but I do keep coming back to it because it seems really interesting.
Yeah. And that is like another thing. Like, don't worry too much about like what would be specifically useful. Worry about what is cool. Worry about what you want to see your character have.
So
'Cause that's...
rambles. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
If I was to take something like moving mask, or moving mass that allows me to move through gaps and stuff, would
Mhm.
I be able to take something like shirk the skin instead, where I leave the skin of the form and I'm able to become an army of spiders to move around a kitchen easier? Do you think that's fine? Because it said I can just move through small spaces and climb surfaces, but I don't know whether or not I can still do stuff while in a small group of spiders.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Just do understand that with that it does specify that you burn to leave your skin. So with that, effectively what it means is you'll be able to do that 5 times before you
Oh,
need to like start recovering that. Because every time that you move outside of your skin, it is something that does actively put like the hive
strain.
mind it strains yeah, it strains the hive mind.
So is mark and burn the same thing then? That just takes a tally away from the aspect track.
Mark and
It
burn are two different things, but they do
they
effectively the same
yeah.
thing in the moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do fill aspect tracks. A mark is a lot easier to clear than a burn. A burn
Okay.
is much more permanent, much more hard to get rid of.
So would you be okay if I was to use something like moving mass instead, rather than shirk the skin? Because
Um,
moving mass is I am a carpet of chitin and scuttling limbs.
let me see. Which one is that under?
Uh,
Is
uh,
that an origin
that's
or
just from the bloodline of the spiders.
okay? I was trying to moving mass. Um, not seeing moving mass as one of the aspects here.
From non-standard bloodlines, Storm and Root.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
here,
go
I
with
can always screenshot it and
non-recommended
DM it to
ones.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
Which
that it's fine, but yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay. I take an innate weakness to attacks that hit multiple things because of that, though.
yeah, no,
oh
that's
yeah,
fine.
there it is. I
Okay.
see it there too.
I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Must be with the sorting here.
Yeah, might be worth looking under other traits, which is basically everything that is everybody else's traits that aren't from your bloodline origin or post.
I mean, I only have the compendium to go by right now, so there are a couple things that are like tucked away in other areas that I do not know how to access at the moment. But
Ah,
like
fair
I'm
enough.
if it's there, go for it. You said you uh if you want to like send that to me just so I can read over, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
This is also fucking
See.
cool.
Yeah.
God damn it. This is okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
No, that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
hey Blazer,
Yeah.
how do you feel about having a pretty consistent supply of thorn grain, nascent worm apple, bean sprouts, or micromelon to cook with?
I could take something. Hang on. I saw it just a second ago. When you require a potentially delicious specimen, I can gain a copy of that. So if you get
I
a good piece of food or ingredient, I can gain a copy of it.
I don't know if these count. I think they're a resource rather than a specimen, unfortunately.
Mm,
Basically, I have a thing called heirloom seed bottles.
yeah.
Use a task to create one of the following resources in the
Mhm.
thorn grain, worm apple, bean sprouts, and micromelon.
Yeah, that's cool. And I could take trademark herbs, which were the right seasoning. You can make anything taste good.
All right, awesome. So that'll be the restaurant thing. Now let's look at things that are going to help me explore.
That's my beef iron pan or my reef iron pan. If something gets in my kitchen, wham!
I do like the idea of fungal filaments. It's me just see in the dark perfectly.
I also love that it just calls the reef iron pan a colossal implement.
I gotta cook enough food for the crew and the restaurant.
True.
Very true.
So I have got my trademark herbs, where I can season anything to make it taste good. I got a reef iron pan. I got a moving mass, so I'm good to get around the kitchen, and I've got an acid etched cook pot, which can be used to prepare and store food or hide under.
Ooh.
You're just gonna randomly hide under your cook pot.
I can hide under my pot, and then when they least expect it, I hit them with the pan. I don't know how I managed to fit the pot in the pan, but I'll work it out. Because if the pan is colossal, I don't know how I was going to get in there.
I don't know either.
It'll be sitting on the ground nearby.
It's just that big of a cook pot.
Oh, you got a point. That is a big cook pot. I'm also just a bunch of spiders. Fitting in a cook pot probably isn't the hardest thing.
Now wait, is it colossal like compared to a single spider or compared to a colony?
That would be
Mm.
hilarious. This
A
thing's
lo-
colossal. It's a normal sized pan. What are you talking
That- I love that. Actually, that's great. I've got this really big pan. You want to see it? Oh, wow. That's okay.
Isn't that thing huge?
I once cooked a dinner this big.
I'm still hungry.
Can bring it closer. I'll add some more seasoning for you. It'll make it taste good.
The portions on the at the restaurant are surprisingly small, but people don't complain because it's just that good.
Ooh, how exotic
Meanwhile, he thinks
do
he's
you want
giving
to
out
cook?
3-course meals.
What do you mean they're still hungry? I served them the whole kitchen. Everything's gone.
How exotically do you want to cook out of curiosity?
I can cook to be exotic, or I can cook to be simple. But I have the seasonings to make it either simple or complicated.
Because we could go wild here. There is a thing I could get. Maybe instead of the heirloom seed bottles, I get Krezer blooded, which has two effects. One, I'm immune to the effects of Krezerin, which would be really useful for exploring. And two, I can use a task to create concentrated Krezerin, which we could then cook with if we want to be fucking crazy.
I like a little bit of crazy.
Now, Krezerin, just so that you are aware,
Yeah.
Krezerin is the substance that caused all of this, to happen. It literally was the trigger for the apocalypse. It's an accelerated growth, like substance, and in most people, it will cause mutations almost instantaneously. For people that even like barely touch it, it will cause terrible burns across their entire body. And if they ingest it, they can start to, even in the tiniest amounts, like a drop of it, can cause them to start having mass hallucinations.
Okay, so all that sounds really bad, but it's better than Amber.
It is better than
I just have severe PTSD. That I ain't touching it. No, I don't want it nearby. But this thing that makes people go crazy, that's pretty good.
You know what? I think I trust you as a chef. I think you're
Yeah.
gonna be able to cook the Krezerin in a way that will make it safe. It's like a oh
Fugu.
god, what?
It's like
Yeah,
fugu.
exactly, fugu.
Yeah.
And then you can brew it into a way that would be
Yeah.
safe. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know, cat
Your
shit
Krezerin
talking.
tea, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm definitely doing the concentrated Krezerin. That's gonna be wild. We're not your grandma's cookery.
Hell no.
Let's just say one day we're feeling particularly spicy. We cook up a whole batch of it in the pot and we throw it on people
Mm.
if we need to defend the restaurant.
Well, since you are going to be cooking it, you should also know it does have a description for how it looks, smells, feels, and tastes. It tastes like bitter vanilla and fruit bite and change.
Hmm.
Mm, and change.
Like change as in like
As in, like,
things d-
yes.
morphing, or change as in like
Doesn't taste
pennies.
like pennies. No, it tastes like
No,
things morphing. It
yeah,
Mm.
tastes
it
like you're going
Ah,
to be forever different.
yeah, it tastes like your tongue or like your taste buds are actively rearranging themselves as it's as it crosses your lips.
And I think the
damn.
last thing I'm going to do is take a wicked claw for which to harvest my garden. I have a recurved claw on the end of at least one of your limbs. Deals close quarters keen or serrated damage. I'm going to say keen because I'm using this thing to harvest, so it's not serrated. And you treat conflicts as triumphs when grappling with or restraining targets. But we're not going to need to do that, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course not.
Alright. And now we get into the resources.
Oh, hang on, hang on.
Wait,
What?
Well,
yeah,
What?
do
Oh.
We just
you
skipped
want to?
over Beetle here.
What the fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, good point. What are you taking?
wow.
We've
You're
been building
usually
this
the one
house of
that
cards, just
remembers.
one piece at a time.
It's fine. I'm the ghost. I faded into the background. No worries.
Sure.
I'm still debating on a couple things, but what I have at the moment is dust and paper. Do I need to read more into these? You know what I'm talking about. Your form is slim. Fucking Jesus. Your form is slim, light, and deceptively difficult to land a solid hit on. Um, Tempered anchor. Your anchor to the world is reinforced against damage and tampering. A wise move for a fleeting ghost. Um, because I'm also thinking like I don't know what my anchor is, and I almost kind of want that to be like something I'm kind of in search of, and I've just taken up this like barista position as like a, well, I might as well in the meantime until.
That could probably be one
Interesting.
of your drives, which is coming up later.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
cool.
you
not saying
basically,
don't pick that aspect, but that's a
yeah,
really good idea to be having.
but yeah, you
Well,
yeah,
yeah, well, that aspect I thought would be nice if it's just kind of fucking out there somewhere for it to have like some extra protection. Um, Unless it doesn't matter because it's not with me. I don't know. That was my thinking on it. Um, of course, I'm open to input. And then I went with steam familiar. Warmth, wonder, and moisture are familiar to a steep, and sometimes the spirits they call linger on to comfort others, marked to neutralize the effects of bad air, spores, or cold. And also,
Mhm.
I just thought it would be really cool to be a little ghost moth barista with a little steam ghost friend.
I mean, yes, it absolutely is.
I got this cup of coffee, and it
And
was
then
steaming when she handed it to me, but now
I'm
it's
kind of
cold.
uh yeah. And then I've I like just thematically, I think the idea of the battered whatever the hell that word is, AJNA, a stringed instrument meant to be played in tandem by the living and the dead, because like that's fucking cool because I can play both parts. But it empowers
Mm.
nearby spirits when played. And I
Like your
don't
Steam
know,
Ghost.
like my Steam Ghost, but like beyond that, I don't know how applicable it would be, and if it might be better if I had like an actual weapon.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, in that case, that's what I got.
Because here's the thing, it empowers nearby spirits when played. So you could use that to potentially make an argument that if you are in danger, you're calling on spirits to assist you.
Mm. Mhm.
And you
Mhm.
can kind
Mhm.
of be a a bard, essentially.
Yeah, which
You're a tea bard or a coffee bard or both.
Yeah, which I did also think would be cool. And I also almost, if that's the angle I'm going, there is something here too. Where the hell is it? Where the fuck is it? Uh,
Where the fucking hell is it?
hold on. Where the hell? It's basically something that makes it to where in my present. No, here, okay, it's resonant tether. Spirits in the spectral realm become more visible and tangible to your entire crew in my presence.
Oh.
That is really cool.
S- So we're
And that might,
so we're a haunted bug restaurant.
yeah,
Haunted by a single bug.
yeah, yeah. Which I might replace dust and paper with that. If that sounds good. I always feel so
It
insecure
it is
making decisions like
entirely up
this.
to what you think sounds the coolest to have.
Well, it's definitely the coolest to have. I think I have dust and paper more for like practical reasons. And you know what? You're right. Fuck that.
That's the
Okay.
spirit.
I really do need to know though the instrument. How the hell is that
How do you spell it?
pronounced?
Ajna?
Ajna? It's Ajna, and I really want to give it like the Hispanic J sound, but I don't think that works with
Uh,
a
let's see. Is Agya.
like an ah.
It's pronounced Og Agya.
Is that a thing? Like, is it a?
Oh wait, with the yeah, Agya. It's apparently Sanskrit.
Oh, it
When I look up
refers to the sixth chakra.
Agnya is also a brass horn.
Fucking fantastic. I've been imagining something like a lute, but that's great. This is me and my
So
third eye guitar.
I have no idea how much, but there is a YouTube video with the title of Agnya with I can't there's no chat in this there's no chat.
There's chat.
Well, there's no chat. I have to go back to
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah,
We're also in
uh
Discord.
yeah, we are in
that's true.
Discord, so I'm just gonna go where's
Dude.
it? Pics. There we go, perfect. Apparently that's an Agnya.
That's even better. I know it says it's a
Wow.
stringed instrument, but it could just be a trumpet.
Who says trumpets can't have strings? Things have changed in this world.
I mean,
There's a ghost in the wall that doots whenever they feel.
it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's important is that it's an instrument that empowers spirits. And whatever else that might mean is entirely up to you.
that's fantastic. All right, well, I think I'm happy with my 4 aspects then.
Awesome. Re Resources. Also, actually, I think those 4 resources might have genuinely been specimens. Because
What?
well, there are 4 types of resources. So
Mhm.
there's salvage, which is like getting stuff. There's specimens, which is like getting stuff, but it's biological. There's whispers, which are a mix between rumors and Vancian spells. And then there are charts, which are maps and ways to find things, paths to adventure, essentially. Importantly, to note, when we are like taking a journey, when we're navigating,
Mhm.
you can use a whisper and a chart in tandem in order to say, okay, we're gonna find something. I'm gonna use this whisper and this chart. So, like for instance, one of my whispers is blades and patience, and then one of my charts is a smudged depth chart. So I say I'm gonna use blades and patience with a smudged depth chart, and then Rambles has to decide what that means we're going to find based on those
Yeah.
names.
Which, in that regard, that would actually be a great time to explain a little bit more in detail what whispers actually are.
Yeah,
Um,
so they're essentially they're a mix of, as I said, rumors and spells. You can use them, as I say, in tandem with charts. You can consume them through various means, but one of the coolest ways you can use them is by shouting them at the top of your lungs, which will then completely change the nature of the scene. It will add something new to the scene based on the whisper you do. What it's going to add, well, that's what we determine when it's used. Who's to say?
yep. And yeah, it is entirely based on like what the whisper is. Now that does not mean that you can just go shouting random words and changing how things work. It only matters if you have a whisper, like which just kind of worms its way into your mind and then goes away after you expend it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like Vancian spells. Although I might be the only one who actually
Yeah. And
gets that reference. Now
and
that I
all
think
these
about it.
whispers
Hipster.
are like everything else in this game, very vague, but allowing you to have an idea. Like damned by fate. Who knows what that means? But we'll find out in the moment.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you'll have different options based on obviously your three uh character choices that you made at the very beginning.
So I'm thinking about two salvages of boiling casks and a heating element, a whisperer of a long sleep, and a salvage of a memento from the amber.
Mm,
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, nice.
absolutely.
But I could also take something like medicinal herbs or a cookbook as a chart instead. Hmm.
So I'm definitely thinking there's a chart on mine called a soil ship's log, and I think it would be very fun to go find a soil ship and potentially get some delightful seeds from it to grow exotic ingredients.
Mhm.
That might not be how that chart ends up being used, but it's fun to have plans to go awry,
Yeah. Also, what's a
Yeah.
soil ship? Good question. I'd also like to know.
right?
Oh, this is so cool. Uh, well, so far I have a blackened brew pot as a salvage
It's all
for.
about the tea.
Yeah, it's all
Hell
about the
yeah.
tea. An
Mm,
old brew pot been carrying around forever and ever, however long.
the ghost has got the tea.
But yeah, the ghost has got the tea. It's ghost
Got the
tea.
tea.
Ghost has
Of course.
always
Ghost
got
got the
the
tea.
tea.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, I'm also going to take a whisper called parasite farming.
Nice.
That could be disgusting if I shout that.
Mm.
Well, I've got to have a spore colony as a specimen.
I've also, I think, for my chart, I'm gonna take from Anchored. It's a sketch of shadowed paths.
Ooh.
Yeah. So maybe if things do go awry, I've got some in between
Mhm.
knowledge.
Indeed.
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 Man, I just
I'm gonna,
realized everything I've taken so far has been from Thorn, which isn't a bad thing,
No,
but it is interesting.
I think I'm gonna
it's
take
what
some.
fits the needs the
Fine.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has
taking some
inspired
Hightower
you.
tea leaves. And for my whispers, I'm really torn. Because for steep, there is truth and steam, and having my little steam familiar, that just feels nice. But also for Mothrin, there's one that's rationing ended. And like, I don't know what that is, but that feels appropriate for someone like in the restaurant business.
I'm really tempted. There's another one. There's another whisper I have from Heart Scavo that's just not as bad as you'd think. And that feels like that's always going to be useful.
I
And of
think I
course,
am taking truth and steam.
yeah, these whispers can be used in any situation pretty much. So if there's ever a situation that you're just like, I want to had a a big twist here, you can just shout it, and doesn't matter what it is, we'll figure it out.
Yep. And now we got the drives.
Drives, yes.
I
Yes.
Ooh.
drive.
So basically, these are going to be the things that your character wants to do. They're kind of goals. And doing these get you lovely rewards, like whispers or clearing marks of mire specifically, and gaining milestones, which is how you level up in very interesting ways.
Luckily for me, the drives were right there front and center. I want to bring or solve problems for the spider people, or I'm going to bring them delicious culinary treats. I will prepare a banquet for those that are worthy and harvest a truly unique ingredient for cooking.
Oh, I love the harvest, a truly unique ingredient for cooking. In fact, I think that kind of goes well with one of my thorn drives, which I'm going to choose, which is reach accord with a leviathan plant.
Mm.
That's super neat.
Oh, and then Itzenko, I'm going to do
Wait.
demonstrate reaching. Oh,
The Leviathan plants are giving out accords?
they
Why are
might
we
be.
why are we riding in chainsaw boats? Hang on, no, the chainsaw boat's probably cooler than an Accord.
Yeah, it should have been a Civic.
Yeah, it should have been a Civic.
Incredible.
Well, I have my three, I think, one from each of my
I'm glad that Blazer's fitting in.
categories.
I'm very glad that I'm fitting it as well as I am.
I've got solve baffling problems with style, for Mothrin.
Yes.
Yeah. From Steep, I am taking bring calm to others in the midst of turbulence. And from Anchored, I am taking send other spirits to a peaceful rest.
Nice. So I've got, of course, the Leviathan plant. I'm also going to take demonstrate reaching the pinnacle of a chosen niche
Mm.
Mm.
from Itzenko, and then Heart Scavo. I'm going to encourage others to accept a myconic colony.
Yeah, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. You really want these mushrooms? Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. It'd be really cool. Jiggle, jiggle.
Hey,
Do you have a
hey,
moment to
buddy, you
talk
want
about
some
our Lord and
Hey,
Savior,
buddy.
shrooms?
the
Come
Myconic
on, it's a
colony?
life-changing experience.
All right.
You can see beyond the veil. Look at that one. Ooh.
Ooh. Well, if that strives, that leaves us to Myers.
Yes. You guys picked your drives real fucking quick. The
We know what we
Myers
want.
are, yeah,
Yeah, they spoke to me.
Well,
yeah,
well, these buyers, damn.
yeah. Myers are pretty rough. Um, Basically, these are going to be typically deeper problems, insecurities, phobias, savage tendencies, things that are just beneath the skin, waiting to come out that you've been holding at bay. As things happen, you will mark Myers, and these will make these less lesser aspects of yourself start to come out. And these can be a lot of
Hmm.
things that mark a Meyer, but usually it's when it's going to be in response to an event that you're caught up in. Um,
When
like
shit gets real
yeah, when
bad.
things get very bad. Like this is like witnessing the death of a member of your crew, being forced to eat or drink something beyond description to survive. You see one of the
Which
horrors
shouldn't
of the
happen to
waves.
us. I don't think there will be a point where we're forced to eat something beyond description
Um,
to survive.
so like basically any time that that your character experiences the horrors of the sea, because being out in the verdant waves is not safe. It's really fucked up sometimes. Um, that's when you mark Myers, and these effects will have narrative effects mostly, but they can also have mechanical effects depending on how bad they are. And ideally, what you're wanting to do is as it gets its first mark, starts coming out maybe a little bit as like a little tick or something like odd part about yourself kind of showing itself. By the time that it's filled, though, it should be everything that you do. Everything that you do should be informed by this change because you have been so scarred, it has sent that you need help.
I know what mine are.
Yeah, I think
I
you
have
got
a
mine.
question, Rambles.
Yes.
It says I want to allocate 3 points, but there are only two options for Amberclad. Can I homebrew an option?
Sure. I mean, there's nothing
Okay.
wrong with doing it so long
Okay.
as it makes sense.
Well, the sleep pulls at my mind, my blood slows, my skin cracks, and my heart creaks. And I have an unimaginably irrational fear of any amber. Like, it is a fight or flight. I get out of wherever I am if I see amber in a
If you
large
see even
quantity.
the hint
Like the
of the
color.
A
gold
hint
as it
of
gets worse.
the gold. I've got to get out of there.
Yeah, that's totally possible. You can kind of like that would fall definitely under a phobia, something that
Mhm.
you thing that you may have moved past for the most part, but
Yep.
as things get really bad, it starts kind of worming its way back into your mind bit
So
by
especially
bit.
if we have to go to the Leviathan tree, there could be patches of amber that we find, and the more I see it, the more I remember. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, clearing Myers though is is easy, but at the same time very limited. Like you are rarely going to get you're not going to often get the opportunity to clear mire while you are out like traveling the rustling waves.
Of course.
Um so a lot of these will just like build up over the course of a journey just as things happen. And things will definitely happen no matter which adventure you guys go on.
Yeah, but also we're seeking the Leviathan tree. Shit's gonna go bad.
Yeah.
No,
So
no, no. We are a confident group of cooks and of entertainer cooks.
But of
So
course.
what are you thinking, Gizmo?
so for my Myers, I've got for Itzenko, my mantis person, I've got you understand the fears of your fellows. The sea feels truly hostile for the first time. I think that goes well with also being a thorn. I
That's
probably
cool.
don't see a lot of it as hostile until the Myers. For Heart Scavo, I've got you feel a ravenous parasitic hunger that is not your own. And then for Thorn, I've got you are as nectar to questing insects, which could
Oh,
be weirdly useful for the
Mm.
hive, but probably not. They're bad insects.
yeah.
May I interest you in a few spiders to take with you?
Yes, yes, please.
Right.
Lovely.
And what do you got, Beetle?
For Mothrin, I have your elegance evaporates, leaving you clumsy. For Steep, I have paranoia engulfs you. Has something taken root?
Hmm.
And for Anchored, I have visions of your past death are difficult to banish.
Mm.
Which I feel like those work together well in a way that is severely disadvantageous for me.
Which is, I think, what you want.
I mean,
Yeah, I feel good. I feel
yeah,
good about it
no, Myers
insofar
are
as I can.
now Myers are
Insofar as I
definitely a
can.
thing that you pick up knowing that at some point they will come into play and hopefully they will be more interesting because they hold you back. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's not uncommon for a Meyer like around second or third tick. Wait, is it only one or is it only two or
I think
is it
it's
three ticks?
two. I
Yeah.
think it's two ticks.
Okay. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. Once it like reaches full, either way, like there are Myers that will outright prevent you from doing things that you can normally do, and you have to find other ways around it. Like you could pick up a Meyer of like uncontrollable shaking that could outright prevent somebody like you from wielding a weapon properly or doing like holding your post, and you have to find other things to do to make yourself useful until you can like get your head straight. Really cool. I love it. All right. That said, is there anything else that you guys have to do other than naming your character at this point?
More or
Uh,
less not, I don't believe.
nope, not for me.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, in that case then, uh go ahead and think up a name for your character. If you want a character name that is in line with the world, oftentimes those are going to be influenced by their main languages or the bloodline that they have.
Yeah, we could all pretty easily pick a knock name since we're all
I
bugs.
Yeah, I love that there is a name generator for the different languages. It's so fucking cool.
Give me just a second. Hang on.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait,
Hmm.
I just rolled up some knock names, and one of them is literally just KKK.
Ooh.
I don't think you
Ooh.
can do that. I don't even know how that one would have been generated. Anyway, moving on. Oh my god, hold on. I'm not saying this has to be your name, Blazer, but I'm gonna post one in
Oh, hey.
chat.
Oh, if you got something. Oh, hell yeah.
It came up and it is a knock name, but it also is vaguely Italian.
I,
Zeteci.
I'm racking my brain trying to think of a name, but instead I've been working hard on making something.
Oh my god, I'm excited. Katoots. It could be Katoots.
Oh, I forgot there's a. Okay. So what's the name again?
So I put it in general chat, but it's Zetece. Zettece.
Hang on, I got this.
I was trying to like look at these names though. They're like Gonzalo. Let's see. simple names. There's a Zitenko.
Perfect.
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 These all are starting to sound Italian the more I roll them up. I don't know why.
I mean, anything can sound Italian if it's just like a smattering of letters and an Italian accent.
I kind of like this one. It's ta-ta-ta-tot.
It's true.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Ta-ta-ta-tot. Ta-ta-ta-tat. Ta-ta-ta-tot. Ta-ta-ta-tot. All of these are valid.
Oh my god, how the fuck would you even pronounce this? It's T-A-T-O-T-Z-T-Z-I.
T-A-T-O-T-Z-T-Z-I. Tatochi.
I'll
You just
accept
really
it.
collapse all of those T's and Z's. This was just Coco. Oh, there we go. You know what? I'm getting rid of ta-ta-ta-tot. Actually, I'm not getting rid of it, but I'm putting some Z's in it. Ta-ta-ta-tot.
So the world is covered in mostly water, right? Or is it
It's
like
No.
greenery and water?
It's
No.
mostly trees.
It's mostly
Oh,
trees. You're
just
literally